Welcome back to Two Wheel Trends, where today we dive deep into one of the most enduring names in the cruiser motorcycle scene. The Honda Shadow 750 has long been a benchmark for reliability, timeless styling, and a riding experience that speaks to both new and seasoned riders. For 2025, Honda refines and modernizes the Shadow while keeping its soul intact. It's not a complete reinvention, and it doesn't need to be. Instead, it's a thoughtful evolution of a classic cruiser that's comfortable, efficient, and still loaded with charm. Whether you're looking at it for daily cruising, weekend highway trips, or simply something to shine in your garage, this bike has a lot to offer. Right from the moment your eyes land on the 2025 Honda Shadow 750, it delivers an unmistakable cruiser presence. The front end has received a mild but effective refresh. You're greeted with a classic round halogen headlamp that's now framed in a more sculpted nacelle. Honda didn't go all in on LEDs like many modern cruisers, keeping the retro charm alive. The chrome bezel surrounds the headlight with a clean, mirror-like finish that contrasts beautifully against the dark elements of the front forks. The new front fender design is more contoured, hugging the wheel tighter for a slightly more muscular stance. The telescopic forks are slightly stiffer this year, improving road feedback without compromising comfort. Looking at it from the side, the 2025 Shadow 750 continues its tradition of smooth, flowing lines. The teardrop-shaped fuel tank remains a central design element, now with slightly revised badging and available in a few new color schemes including a deep midnight blue, burnt bronze, and the iconic gloss black. Each of these finishes complements the chromed-out engine cases and exhaust headers, but there's also a new darker version where matte black finishes dominate the visual narrative. This gives riders the option to go full retro or stealth modern, depending on their taste. The side panels are cleaner now, with better integrated wiring and fewer exposed bolts. The twin-shock rear suspension is visible, adding that traditional hardtail-inspired cruiser look while offering practical comfort. The low-slung seat is contoured more ergonomically, and the saddle height is a manageable 25.8 inches, making it incredibly approachable for riders of all sizes. The flowing silhouette is accented by the long exhaust pipes which now have a slightly more aggressive taper at the end, a small touch that gives the profile an added edge. From the rear, the Shadow 750 balances vintage appeal with subtle modern cues. The rear fender remains long and wide, arching elegantly over the back tire and culminating in a chrome-accented tail lamp. The indicators are now smaller and LED-based, a nice nod to modern lighting efficiency without altering the overall classic aesthetic. The rear license plate holder is better integrated this year, sitting tighter against the fender for a sleeker appearance. When viewed from behind, the broad seat, thick rear tire, and deeply flared fender present a squat, muscular posture that hints at strength and stability. It's a cruiser stance through and through. At the heart of the Shadow 750 is a familiar but well-refined engine. Honda continues with its proven 745cc liquid-cooled V-twin, which delivers its torque-rich power in a smooth, predictable fashion. This engine is a staple of Honda's mid-sized cruiser lineup, known for its bulletproof reliability, low-end grunt, and manageable character. For 2025, internal tweaks to the fuel injection system and throttle response software give it a more immediate throttle feel. The engine still uses a single-pin crank, which gives it a classic V-twin rumble, and it's tuned for maximum usability rather than high-end thrills. You won't be breaking any land speed records on the Shadow, but you'll enjoy every moment of cruising. The 5-speed gearbox remains unchanged, but Honda has slightly revised the gear ratios for smoother transitions, especially in the lower gears. Clutch engagement is feather-light, and shifting is effortless, an essential trait for long city commutes or lazy Sunday rides. Power delivery is linear, and the bike doesn't hesitate or feel sluggish at any point in the rev range. The Shadow drive system continues to be a highlight, requiring minimal maintenance and offering a smooth, quiet ride without the lash and slap of chain-driven alternatives. It's these mechanical decisions that make the Shadow 750 so dependable year after year. Performance-wise, The Shadow 750 is not about speed, it's about experience. This is a motorcycle designed to let you enjoy the journey. With around 44 horsepower and 65 Nm of torque, it feels punchy enough off the line and can handle highway speeds with confidence. You can comfortably cruise at 70 to 80 miles per hour all day without the engine feeling strained. The refinement and the fuel mapping helps with throttle responsiveness in low-speed situations, making it great for traffic navigation and urban riding. The suspension setup, with 41mm front forks and dual rear shocks, soaks up most road imperfections with ease. Even on longer rides, the bike doesn't beat up your back, and the ergonomics are spot on. The seating triangle is relaxed, the bars are wide but not stretched out, and the mid-forward foot controls let you stretch a little without going full chopper style. Braking has seen minor but welcome improvements. You now get a single 296mm front disc with a dual piston caliper and a 180mm rear drum. It may seem basic on paper, but it works well within the Shadow's performance envelope. ABS is standard, and the system engages smoothly, without abrupt pulsing. It's not designed for aggressive riding, but rather safe, predictable stops in real-world conditions, and it delivers exactly that. The tires a 120/90/17 up front and a 160/80/15 at the rear offer ample grip, and Honda's chassis tuning ensures that the Shadow feels stable even when leaned over gently into corners. When it comes to pricing, the 2025 Honda Shadow 750 stays within a sweet spot for cruisers. The base MSRP is expected to start at around $8,399, making it one of the most affordable and reliable mid-sized cruisers on the market. The higher trim level with the blacked-out treatment and additional comfort accessories may go up to around $8,899. For that price, you get the bike that's not only fun to ride but also built to last. Maintenance costs are low, and with Honda's impeccable service network, support is never far away. Insurance premiums tend to be moderate too, making the Shadow 750 a cost-effective option for riders looking for style without sacrificing their wallets. There are also a number of optional accessories available through Honda's official catalog. Riders can choose from saddlebags, passenger backrests, windshields, and engine guards, allowing for a good level of customization. Honda hasn't leaned too heavily into tech or screen-based gadgets, which is a refreshing move for those who want to keep the riding experience raw and mechanical. There's a basic analog speedometer with a digital odometer and trip meter, which feels right at home on a bike like this. You don't get ride modes or connectivity features, but that's intentional, and this is about cruising, not computing. Overall, the 2025 Honda Shadow 750 stays true to its heritage. It doesn't scream for attention, and it doesn't try to be something it's not. What it offers is a reliable, well-balanced, and beautifully styled cruiser that's easy to ride, easy to own, and satisfying to look at every single day. It fits perfectly into the world of relaxed, laid-back riding, while still offering enough edge to turn heads when parked outside a diner or cruising down a boulevard. It's the kind of bike that grows with you. Whether you're just getting started in the world of cruisers or you're a veteran looking for something that's simple and dependable, the Shadow 750 hits that mark like few others. It doesn't pretend to be a Harley, and it doesn't need to be. What Honda has built here is a refined, classy, and soulful machine that you can trust, ride, and enjoy without fuss. It's a bike that doesn't shout and speaks with a calm, confident voice. And in 2025, that might just be what a lot of riders are really looking for. Thanks for watching this detailed review here on Two Wheel Trends. If you enjoyed the ride, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the latest motorcycles hitting the streets. Drop your thoughts on the Shadow 750 in the comments. Say, are you Team Chrome or Team Blackout? And if you've ever owned a Shadow, we'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, ride safe and stay passionate about two wheels.